Hi, welcome back to Books and Cooks. I'm Svetha Hetlzer, Library Director at the Prairie Public Library, and I'm especially excited for today's episode because I have good friends Marilyn Ruffin and Donna Mackey with me. Marilyn and Donna are patrons of the library, of course, longtime Sun Prairie residents, and they facilitate the library's Urban Sun Black Voices Book Club, where we just celebrated our first anniversary in September, and it's going strong. We're having these deep and meaningful conversations about race and racism in America and what it means to be Black in America, and it's been really such a phenomenal book club, and I wanted to thank them today for all their efforts and bringing these conversations to the public library. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Thank you both. I have today a book that I just love. It's Black Girl Baking by Jerrelle Guy. In fact, I did a show for this book last fall when we first added it to our collection. I made a peaches and cream cake, and I made a spinach and feta pockets. It was delicious.
Nice.
And it's one of my favorite books, and something that we're going to be talking about in an upcoming Urban Sun is some of our favorite books. And we read a lot of heavy books, but we also read some fiction and pull in some lighter books. And I was going to talk about some of my favorite cookbooks. There are so many great cookbooks by Black chefs and cookbook authors. So this is probably one of my most recent favorite ones. So I wanted to share some more with you. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for being here.
And how did you find out about this particular book?
Well, this particular book was ordered for our library's collection, and as you can imagine, we are filled with books, so I get to see them. The perks about my job is I get to see them pretty quickly. And this one definitely caught my eye, especially with the Books and Cooks program. But what I love about this book and Jerrelle Guy is there's a lot of similarities that Jerrelle Guy and I have. She went to Boston University. Of course, she's much younger than me, but she did go there. She grew up in Florida, and I lived in Florida before coming to Wisconsin. She lived in the same county, in Palm Beach County. And she is a woman of mixed race heritage. Her father is from the South, the Black man from the South, and her mother is from the Caribbean islands. And she grew up in a neighborhood where there was a lot of multicultural representation. But she definitely felt the bitter sting of racism. And she was always a quiet, pretty introverted kid, spent a lot of time in the kitchen with her grandmother and her mother. And I just loved reading her introduction. And I felt this kinship immediately, even though I don't know her. A lot of her recipes are vegan or gluten-free. So I really like that they don't need to be. And what I really love is that some of the recipes are simple, but some of them are definitely advanced where you're going to have to source those ingredients. So I kind of like that. She reminds me of you guys. She's kind of a little bit fancy. So, yeah.
When did she write the book?
This was written, I think this was 2019. Let me check. Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty new. And it's still on some of the bestseller cookbook books, because I look for a lot of independently owned, Black-owned cookbook bookstores, I should say, and this is always on there. So
is it breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything?
Yep, everything. Wow. It's sweet, savory, baked, cooked, a lot to inspire a lot of chefs.
Are there a lot of photographs in it?
Yes, there's beautiful photographs in it, really inspiring photos, yeah. And she has a blog as well, so she's just kind of, I think, someone to watch.
And what is your favorite after all that beautiful recipes?
Well, I did taste the cookies that I made for you today. So I wanted to make something sort of holiday inspired to bring out all those senses. So I made some cocoa ginger snaps. Ooh. And there's a hint of orange in there, and ginger and cinnamon. So very much holiday. And then I also made Jerrelle Guy's sweet potato pie, and she makes it in a spring foam pan, and the crust is hazelnut flour, chocolate, and coconut oil, and the filling is roasted sweet potatoes, and milk, and she uses a milk alternative, but I just use regular cow's whole milk. And this is her family's traditional Thanksgiving pie.
Which is very different than the traditional sweet
Yes,
potato
Yes,
pies.
yeah, yeah. Hers, all of her recipes have sort of a modern flair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very festive.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
a beautiful looking pie.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I can't wait for you guys to dig in. So, yeah, but thank you so much for being here, and I hope you
Thank
guys
you.
check out this book. I think it would
Oh,
make a great
yes.
gift too. So,
Yeah.
if
Thank
you're
you for
looking,
that.
yeah. And I wanted to make sure that you got some to take home and enjoy at home. You're welcome, and you
This
can
is a great
you can share with
gift.
your significant others or not.
I'm saving this.
This is great for coffee time.
Yes, yeah. So let me go ahead and cut a slice for you. Let me know how big, how small. You need to get some whipped cream.
Oh,
So,
That's the fun part.
Oh, yeah. And my mouth watering just looking at it. So pretty.
I know.
This is good.
This is very good.
Yeah, and her sweets I don't find are too sweet. Like they're not
No, yeah.
cloying.